All right, what's good, y'all? Today, I'm going to be showing you how to sign your first ever freelance brand scaling client starting from zero. So with that being said, I created this crazy Miro board for you. And let's just say you're brand new. If you guys are new here, my name is Jake. I'm 20 years old. I moved to Miami at 18. I bought my dream car at 20, and I moved to LA at 21, all from clothes and freelance brand scaling. So with that being said, I'd say I am a pretty trusty source. With that being said, let's get right into it. So how do you sign your first freelance brand scaling client? You need to go in and you need to decide a niche. Now there are two niches here. There's e-com and service-based. These go hand in hand. I'd say e-com is a lot better for the people who are more experienced, but we're talking about for beginners. The thing with e-com is that you could take a crazy revenue share, and revenue, not profit. So if you make 100K in revenue, you'll get paid out $10,000, but you don't have to pay anything up front. That's the thing with the clients. So e-com is really good. You just have to learn how to run a brand and learn how to do all the back-end stuff, not just ads. With lead gen and service-based, it's a lot more simple, right? These clients will put you on a retainer. So you'll target service-based businesses like mobile detailing, power washing, construction, roofers, anything like that, right? And these businesses are already making a decent amount of money. They wouldn't mind paying you $1,000, $2,000, maybe even $3,000 a month for you to actually go ahead and run their ads, do their website and do everything like that. So like I said, my agency, every single e-com brand I take on, I do a $2,000 setup fee plus a 10% revenue share. So a setup fee is basically just a one-time fee to get started with me. So to build their website, create their ads manager, do all the 9 yards, I take that 2K as a setup fee. I think that's what's fair. Now for my agency, I do a 3K a month done with you and a 5K a month done for you, which I'll go ahead and get into when we get into the sales pitch. Let's say you go ahead and picked service-based because you're a beginner. You need leads. Now, what do you need to get leads? You need a Google spreadsheet, but where to find your leads? You'll find your leads on Google Business, Seamless.ai, Reddit, Facebook, Yelp, and you need to make sure all these leads have Facebook and Instagram, a website, and a phone number. Now, I posted a video on exactly how to do this like 3 days ago. I went fully in depth. It's like a 20-minute video. So if you guys want to watch this video, go ahead. I put it in the description. Super valuable. So much value in there. So with that being said, if you guys want to learn how to get leads, get them on your lead list, cold call them up, there you go. But with that being said, I'm going to teach you guys how to build your lead sheet right here. As you can see, this is my student, Anthony. Now, Anthony is doing really well with the program. He's actually one of my done for you clients. So we built this lead list for him. As you can see, we have almost 150 leads down here. And all he did was go on Google Business and did the exact strategy I did in that YouTube video. So with that being said, if you want to learn exactly how to do this, well, you're going to need to know before we get into the next steps. Go ahead and watch this video. But for now, stay on. You can watch it after. Now, we have to go to cold calling. Let's say you finish that lead list. You need to go into cold calling. Now, with cold calling, you need to figure out your goals beforehand. You need to sell them on hearing you out. The cold call should be a quick 5 to 6 minute call. No more than 6 minutes, right? It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. You know what I mean? But you need to focus on selling them on hearing you out. So by doing this, you need to sell them on two things. You need to go ahead and sell them on yourself. Now, how do you sell the client on yourself? You need to use tone, right? With that being said, it is extremely important that you carry yourself as a man in a really good way. So it's how you speak, what you know, and how you hold yourself as a man. So with that being said, you need to sound confident. How do you sound confident? You need to memorize the framework like it is the back of your hand. So I'm gonna get into this framework in a little bit, but you need to make sure before you do one single cold call, you need to make sure that your tonality is correct. You carry yourself as a man, you have a pretty deep voice, and you know exactly what you're talking about. With that being said, after you figure out how to sell yourself, you need to sell them on the service. Now, by selling them on the service, you're not hopping on the cold call and saying, hey man, like I would love to go ahead and run your ads, do your website, do this, and this for you, man. Like I could definitely make you a lot of money, bro. No, that's not how it's gonna work. You need to sell them on an irresistible offer. So I just spit my offer right away. My offer is I guarantee them 10 clients every single month while generating them an extra $5,000 a month in revenue while only spending less than $1,000 in ad spend. And I do this by just running their ads and optimizing their website. That's literally it. So I guarantee them 10 clients. I give them an extra $5,000 a month in added revenue, and I give them $1,000 a month in ad spend or they don't pay. It's literally a no-brainer. It's literally free money. It's free money. It's free $5,000 a month. So that's my offer. And this is the framework I like to personally go ahead and use. I usually say, hey, how's it going? My name is Jake. Am I speaking to the business owner of blah, blah, blah? For example, let's actually go ahead on the lead list here and we'll go ahead and click wet mobile car detailing. So with that being said, hey, this is the owner of Wet Mobile Car Dealing. I was reaching out because I really feel like I could go ahead and help your business. If you have some time, let me go ahead and help you. Or let me go ahead and help you explain. Same thing. They're like, okay. Or they could be like not interested, but I'll get into the objection in a little bit. If they give you that slight little second to spit your offer, you're in. So with that being said, I say exactly what I said before. I'm like, listen, man, I was looking at your Instagram. I was looking, you really weren't running ads, and I can guarantee you 10 clients every single month with an extra $5,000 added in revenue while only spending $1,000 in ads. Now, I know that seems crazy, but we've done it for other people before, and I believe just by looking at your Instagram, looking at your website, I can do it for you. With that being said, I would love to go ahead and hop on a Google meeting with you so I could go ahead and explain everything. And that's it. That's all you do. I do this 100 times. Well, not me, my team does. But when I was first starting out, I would do 100, 150 times a day. And I would book probably 10 to 15 calls. Like it's a really good method to use. I literally just hopped on a cold call this morning myself because I wanted to try it again. And I have a call for tomorrow. So I'm literally filming a sales calls video. And if I post a sales calls video after this, it means I closed that motherfucker. So with that being said, after you get into the framework, they're gonna have some objections. We're already doing some marketing. We don't have the budget right now. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm not interested, no thank you. And that's completely fine. But with that being said, any single little objection they say, you need to go ahead and reframe it to get them on that call. Because all you're doing on the sales call is getting them to hear you out. Please tell me if that makes sense in the comments. The only reason you're hopping on a cold call is to get them on that sales call and to get them to give you your wallet, right? So with that being said, no matter what they say, oh yeah, bro, we're already doing some marketing. I realize you're already doing some marketing, and I realized that just by looking at the meta ads library, you weren't doing some results. So with that being said, please, let's go ahead and hop on a Google meeting. I can explain how I could do so much better for you than what you're already doing right now. We don't have the budget right now. Listen, man, I know that's okay. I hate that money is the main problem for one of my clients. So how about we go ahead and hop on a Google meeting so I can explain how this is gonna work, because we can make this work with a low budget. I'm not sure if this works for my business. Well, listen, I can tell it works for your business. Let me show you how, because we could go ahead, hop on that Google meeting, and I can explain you the exact strategy that's going to work for you. I've done so much research on your business, and I truly believe that I could go ahead and help you out with this. With that being said, cold calling is a volume game. It truly is, and that's the truth. Let's say out of those 150 leads, you're not getting 150 on a sales call. You'll probably get 10 to 20 of them on a sales call, maybe 5. Right? With that being said, it's a volume game. You are reaching out to them. They don't know who you are. They weren't expecting someone to reach out to them for them to pay you. Right? It is a cold call for a reason. So a lot of people are going to think it's a scam. A lot of people are going to hang up, and a lot of people just genuinely aren't interested and don't need the service. So with that being said, you're going to get a lot of no's. But those 1 or 2 yeses could coexist that. You know what I mean? Because those 1 to 2 yeses could lead you to making $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 off one client. You know what I mean? So let's say you do actually go ahead and do the cold call. Amazing. You're going to go ahead and go into the sales call. Now on the sales call, there's 3 parts. There's the discovery, the pitch, and the objections. Like I said again, when you're starting out on the sales call, I beg that you need to sell them on yourself. You can't sound like a robot on these sales calls. And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys fuck up here because you guys are robots. What made you take action to hop on this call with me today, bro? Oh, that's amazing. What prevented you from running ads in the past? Oh, okay. Why do you feel like you haven't succeeded in the last 3 months? Oh, okay. This is what I offer you. No, that's not gonna work. You need to treat them like a normal person, exactly how you did on the cold call. Right? You need to treat them like a normal person, and I promise you this is how it's going to work. Once you figure out how to sound, and once you figure out how to treat the prospect like a normal person, you're in. Right? So once they hop on the sales call, you want to ask them about their day for a couple minutes. Yo, how's it going, man? Like, how was your day? Oh, that's good, bro. I see you're local here. I actually used to go to this high school. Oh, that's amazing, man. Blah, 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 blah. And you have a 2-3 minute conversation, then be like, all right, listen, man, yeah, I got a couple calls booked after this. You seem like a nice guy, but I do got a couple calls booked after this. So you mind if we just get right into things? Awesome. And then I go into the discovery. Hey, man, If it's cool with you, I just want to ask you a couple questions, before I get into everything. I want to make sure I could actually go ahead and help you out. If so, I'm going to offer you exactly what we offer for our agency. And if not, bro, I'll just give you some advice and we can move on. Now, I know I'm saying bro in this video, but you want to try to avoid bro on the sales call as much as possible. With that being said, you get into the discovery. Now, all these questions are kind of like a funnel, right? And you're narrowing them down to make sure whatever they say in an objection, it's gonna, redirect them to being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Because they hopped on this call with you for a reason. They want the service. They truly do. The only thing stopping people from not wanting the service if they don't trust you, or if they don't have enough money, or if they're not comfortable spending that amount of money. So you have to convince them that this is 1,000% worth it. They need to sell. So you need to sell yourself, you need to sell the service, and you need to sell them on believing that they can actually do it. So with that being said, you need to sell them on emotion and then logic. It's not logic then emotion, it's emotion and then logic. It's two separate things. So with that being said, once you feel like you could help them out, I know you ask them all these questions, have a normal conversation. This should be like a 20-30 minute period. You'll get to the last question. Yeah, bro, to be honest, I really do feel like I could help you out. Just let me ask the last question. How much would you say you have put aside for the paid ads, every single month? It really depends on the strategy of what we want to do. And they're going to go ahead and tell you. Let's say they have $3,000 to $4,000 put aside for the paid ads. Cool, that's amazing. Let's just say his name is Dave. All right, Dave, sounds amazing. With that being said, I truly do feel like I could go ahead and help you out. So with that being said, if it's cool with you, I can explain how everything works. Cool, man. Then you're going to get into the pitch and the presentation. So with that being said, I have a 10 slideshow pitch. So with that being said, I fill out your calendar with high ticket clients on autopilot. Then I go ahead and meet the team. Obviously, this is me. And then I have, my head of sales and my head media buyer, which I don't want to go ahead and leak. I don't know if they want their info being leaked, so I just hid their face and name. Who cares? Then I get straight into the offer. Listen, man, like I said before on the cold call, we guarantee you 10 plus paying clients every single month. The leads don't just go into the spreadsheet for you. They get warmed up and set directly into your calendar. The leads are already warm for you. That's why we can guarantee 10 paying clients every single month. Because we're guaranteeing that. We're guaranteeing you an extra $5,000 in revenue, or you don't pay. It's amazing, right? That's free. So with that being said, you want to turn your mobile detailing clients into booked high-ticket machines, and you're going to show them kind of your achievements. So you have obviously an official meta partner, which my agency is, average $11,000 added revenue per client, which honestly, I've had some clients add crazy numbers, and I've had some clients add 6K. That's why I guarantee that 5K, because I know that I could go ahead and do it. But a lot of my clients, average an extra 10K added in revenue. With that being said, I've also generated over 2,000 leads for clients. And then we have some reviews right here. So with that being said, we're going to get into the Sawyer Studios AI client acquisition engine. So what I do, I build their website, I run their paid ads, I do their SMS, and I add them a virtual sales team. I'm not going to go ahead and explain everything on the pitch because I don't want this video to be too long, but this period should be 5-ish minutes, kind of explaining exactly what you do. Now with that being said, this is just an example of a website we've done for one of my clients. Funny enough, this is actually my car. Next, some examples of some creatives that we've done for clients. Here's another, more results we've done for clients. So 13 meta leads, $11 cost per lead, $2 cost per lead, $2 cost per lead, and then one of our clients booked calendar, right? With that being said, I get into the investment part. So I'm like, listen, man, you've seen our results, you see what we can do for you, are you ready to hear, because obviously the price of this, service is not free. So if it's cool with you, I can get to the price. Yeah, bro, of course, let's do it. All right, bro, so the price, of our service is $5,000 a month. Like we said, we do that guarantee, and it's 100% done for you system. So we do all 4 steps from slide 4. So with that being said, we do all 4 things here. Or I'll offer the done with you, which you still have the guarantee, but we run your paid ads and we do your website, and nothing's done for you. So you don't get a sales team, nothing. You have to book your own leads. And me doing this, it's giving them 2 options, right, to go ahead and pick. $5K, that's way too expensive. I really want to go ahead and do this. I might as well just do the 2K option. It's kind of like playing with their head a little bit. You know what I mean? But let's just say, if they're sitting on it, there's going to be some objections for sure. If there aren't some objections, either the client is an extremely, extremely warm lead, or they're just trying to get off the phone. So with that being said, if there are, objections, like a lot of them, you did not do the discovery, right? So most of the times they're going to say, listen, man, like I got to go ahead and think about it. I'm not sure yet. I need to go ahead and talk to my business partner, blah, blah, blah. First off, if they have a business partner and both of them aren't on the call, you did a bad job on the discovery. I should have mentioned that earlier, which I'm sorry, but you need to make sure the main decision makers of the group are on the call. So either when they say, oh, I need to talk to my business partner, I need to talk to my wife, let's just do the wife one, because that one's my favorite. Or actually, yeah, we'll do the wife one. Hey man, I need to go ahead and talk to my wife, man. Like, I don't know, I just gotta think about it. Okay. Let me ask, is your wife a part of the business for you? Well, not really, man, but, obviously the business isn't doing too well. It's kind of me and my wife's money. Okay. It's completely fine. I understand, bro. Like, let me ask, are you the main decision maker of your business? Well, yeah, man, of course. It's my business, bro. Okay, so I guess let me ask, like, why do you need to go ahead and talk to your wife? Honestly, like, I'm not a guy that makes decisions on the spot. I just gotta go talk to my wife, man. Usually when they say this, they're just trying to get off the call because they're scared of the price. Okay, well, that's completely fine, bro. My goal is to just kind of help you out. That's all I'm here to do. All I'm here to do is help you. So, let's just say you actually went ahead and did ask your wife and she said no. What would you do? Now, most of the times, this is what they're gonna say. Well, honestly, like, I would still do it, to be honest. I swear, every single time, they would say that. I'm not even trolling. Okay, so your wife is not the main decision maker, and you just said that no matter what happens, you're still gonna go ahead and go through with it. Why is that? So, well, I don't know, I just need some time. I'm like, listen, bro, let's go ahead and isolate the problem, because I could tell you're a little nervous. Let's just say I gave you a duffel bag of 5K. And I gave it to you, the program was completely free. Would you go ahead and do this with us? Well, yeah, of course I would. Like, this is amazing. Okay, cool. So money is the problem. So money aside, you would do this. With that being said, like, let's just say you weren't gonna go through this today. You hopped off this call, we ended it. I guess, let me ask, what would your business look like in the next month or two? Well, honestly, I would explore my other options and see where I could go from there. I'm not the type of guy to make decisions on the spot, so, I'm not sure, man. Honestly, usually when people don't make decisions on the spot, like, this is what I've learned, after being in the clothing and agency space for 4 years, I've learned that the people who don't act fast are the ones that fail. That's the highest rate. It's like a chart that goes like this. The people who act fast are going to make progress like this. The people that act slow are going to make progress like this. So with that being said, I know that you want to succeed. You're on this call with me for a reason. Is money the only thing that's stopping you from going ahead and doing this right now? Okay. We could go ahead and talk about it a little more, bro. I hate that money is like the deciding factor for all my clients. So with that being said, what I could do for you, and this is only, you say this only after you go through like 3-4 objections. I have to think about it. What I'm gonna do for you is, I'll do the first month half off. There's no commitment, and we don't work for you until you make that full guarantee. So what do you think is fair for you to make in the next month while working with us? I honestly think 10K. Let's just say they're making like 4 or 5K. Okay, cool. Let's just say we do make you 10K. You pay us $1,000 now. We'll go ahead and do everything for you. If we don't hit that 10K in 60 days, we work for you for completely free. And let's say we do, we'll go ahead and get back to the normal agency numbers. I just want to prove to you that this is actually worth it. They might say like, yo, I have to think about it for a little bit more, but most of the times they'll give in if they really want to do this. If they don't, most of the time it's just a time waster, or you just didn't sell yourself on all 3 things. That's all it is. Once you sell them on all 3 things, That's all you need to go ahead and do. You're good. So with that being said, all right, man, let's go ahead and do it. All right, cool. So where do you want to proceed from here? I'm ready, bro. Cool. So what you need to do to get paid is you want to download some payment processors, WAP, Fanbase, Stripe, or you could use Zelle through your bank. My personal favorite is Zelle, but I use WAP or Fanbases. And all you need to do is go into create invoice, and it's going to look like this, 5K, and this is what it's going to look like on their screen. First name, last name, email, address, and then they could type in their card, and then if they do it on the phone, they could Apple Pay it too. That's it. You're going to get paid. You get paid out within 48 hours, and then you could start. So that is exactly how, and that's it. And that is exactly how you could go ahead and sign your first freelance brand scaling client for completely free, $0 spent in ad spend, $0 spent in lead scrapers, literally starting from zero. I gave you the whole entire blueprint. So with that being said, if you don't sign a client by watching this video, I will actually be ashamed and I'll be offended. And with that being said, you see what I'm teaching here. Imagine what I'm teaching you in the full one-on-one mentorship. If that being said, you guys are stuck at maybe even 0 clients, but like 1 to 5 to 10 clients, and you don't know how to scale up to that real agency mark, I'm here to help you. I left a link in my description where you could go ahead and apply to work with me. I will give you a call personally to see if I could go ahead and help you out. If so, I would love to. So with that being said, that's kind of the end of the video. I think I'm gonna make another video about the onboarding process. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you guys all learned something from this video. And I'll go ahead, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.